I'm working in my home. I spread out to an area, even though I do have a playroom. So I'm working in my bedroom. I am Shimoda of Shimoda Accessories. I am a mixed media artist that works with fiber art, beading, jewelry. I'm also an author of 3 books, and I am here to give you a glimpse of what I do during the day. So let me show you. First, I will show you. Okay, so I'm in my bed. I'm not in my bed. I am at my bed. So let's show you my setup. When I work in my bed, on my bed, I have a setup. So one is, this is a foam core, and it's just something that I plop down so I have a firm surface instead of being on my queen size bed. And so I put this down. I got lots of things on the bed. And I will also show you here, boop, 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 is a dinner tray. So I like standing up at times because when I'm in the other room working, I'm sitting down. I sit down a lot. So I like standing up working sometimes also. So on top of this, I put dinner tray on top of this. And at night when well, not at night, but when I'm finishing up with what I'm doing, I just plop everything on here, my project, and then I put it on the floor close by. So these are some of the things that I work with, and I will show you. Plus the project that I'm working on, I will show you. And so here, these boxes, which is great, simple. It has some beads and supplies that I probably be using or not. So I put this here, and then in the boxes, then I put it underneath here, so it's out of the way. Then this box I take out. I have 2 boxes in here. So this has my needles, some beads. That's what I use for this. So I put that under there. And then this, which does have scissors in it, but I use this as my garbage because I cut off fabric, threads, and stuff like that. So I just throw it in there instead of having a garbage pail over here. The garbage pail is over there, and I noticed that I would forget to put it over here when I'm working, and then I would place the threads all over the place and then have to look for it. So I just have a box, throw it in there, and then throw it in the garbage or save it or whatever I decide to do. Okay, now this, I have a felt board here. So when I'm doing beading, I put the beads on here, and it holds the beads pretty easily. But also what I realized, I have some beads in here. And so what I do, and I put white paper here. So because since this is black, I'll show you, this is wax that I use for the thread. So I have the beads here. And I put the white paper here so I can easily see the beads and the colors. Because if I didn't have the white paper, since this is black, I have a hard time seeing the colors and the beads. So that's what I do here. And it makes it a little higher so I can work even better. And this is the thread I use. This is Rice's wax nylon hand sewing. It's really button thread to sew buttons. But I learned in the class with Joy Scott that this is what she uses, which is really great. So now I'm gonna put this back in here because I don't want to knock it over like I've done before. And I'm going to show you the project that I'm working on right now. So I'm going to move this out of the way. This project I've been working on for, I think, a couple of years, on and off, not consistently, but been really consistent now because I really want to get it finished. And I'm going to show you one part first, and this is really what started it. This is a art quilt, and actually it's not a quilt. I call it a collage. So that's what this is. So it's a collage. I take different fabrics, it on here, and these are buttons. These white things here are buttons. And so this is going to be a backdrop. You can say a backdrop for what? I will show you. Yeah, so that's what this is. Now, it's going to be a backdrop for this doll that I'm working on. And it's going to be an installation. So here's a chair. Make sure I put it right here. That I'm going to use. Before I was thinking about having her be upright. Things change. When I'm working on a project, I think it's going to be one thing, going to be one way. And in the process, it just changes. So I remember I had this chair, and I decided to use the chair and have her sit. Now, this is her. I don't have a name yet. Names don't come to me easy. So right now I don't have a name. I'm using a mask, a hand-painted African mask that I got years ago. Actually, on the back, you can't see it because I sewed it on already. But on the inside, on the back of the mask, it says that I painted this in '97. So I'm using this mask. I have beads and components from years and years and years. So I decided to use this. I'm going to eventually do some beading necklaces around here. This, I'm going to show you her boobs. And I'm going to show you what inspired me to do this doll. My friend of mine gave me this. This was an exhibition that was at the Smithsonian, and I love this. I did not get to the Smithsonian to see it in DC, and I'm so sorry I missed it, but I love this. And the artist's name is Ayanna V. Jackson, and I loved how she has all these fabrics here and how it is just amazing. I just love it. So I wanted to do something like that with her. And I really didn't know how to make it where it puffs out like that. So I got help. Normally I don't get help, but this time I really needed help. So I got my friend Cassandra Brumfield, and who is a phenomenal seamstress. She's amazing. So I got help from her, and she showed me how to do the fabric like this, have it come out. And what I realized is, even though I wanted to do the fabric, not the fabric, with the fabric, this here, the strips. I started cutting out strips. Where is that? I started cutting out strips. Here it is over here. Got things all over the place. So this was like a test of the different strips of fabric that I cut out. One came off. And then I was going to put it here around her waist. So it would be a lot more, just like in that photo I showed you. And but then later on I changed. See, I'm always changing. And so I'll show you what I decided to do. And this was a piece that here it is. This was a piece I had made to go on a wall. So this is 8 by 8, and I use fabrics from all over the world. These are African fabrics that I'm using, and this is all hand stitch. This is bone, and I'm going to show you what I originally was going to use it for. I was going to use it. This is a canvas, and I make 8 by 8 pieces on canvas, and then I sew it on here, and then it's something that would hang on the wall. So I had just finished this, and I had decided, you know what, I really want to use this for the doll, and I made ties for it. So eventually, this is going to tie against her and do like that, right? And so that's the idea for that. And let me take out so you can really see her. Well done. I covered this area because I'm going to also show you what I'm doing with her hands. So I didn't want to mess up her boobs. Let me put that. And also I had her face covered up because I didn't want to mess up her face either. So these are flowers that I decided to use. And I don't know, I was going to like give her a top, but now that I did this, I want to show that. So I'll probably put something, over here. Now let me show you her hands. These are hand beaded, and just using the peyote stitch. I hope that's clear. And so did that one. So now in the process of finishing this side. And I didn't realize I was going to bead her hands. I thought I was just going to put fabric on her hands. But then later on, Spirit said, nope, you gotta beat it. So it's like, okay. So that's why I'm beating it. Now, also, I did her legs, but I did her legs first. So thank you, love the beating, thank you. So I did the body first, and then I put the legs on later. So I knew I wanted to bead the feet to make like shoes. So it was easy, but now that, everything is, all one, doing the hands is a little more challenging because I got to deal with the body and flipping it back and forth. I'm going to show you her feet. These are her feet. And it's again using the peyote stitch, using the small beads. And I will have probably another video later showing you how I do the peyote stitch. And these took days, hours and hours. That's so much so after I finished the first, or while I'm doing the first foot, I was thinking maybe I should make her into an amputee because this is taking way too long. But I'm glad I didn't. So also the legs, you can see that I'm using all kind of fabrics, applique here, hand stitching on the leg, and there was something else. So it was something else I was going to show you. I got lots to show you. So this is, like I said, this is going to be the doll. I'm going to, I believe, manipulate the arms so you can see both of them in the front. She might be holding something. I want to make a bag for her to carry. So like I said, it's always changing. I write lots of notes. Let me show you my book. So originally, I drew this. Normally, I don't write things down. I just go with the flow. But this, I felt like I need to write myself notes because so many ideas was coming. So originally, she was going to be like a mermaid. But of course, things change up. And then also, I had a photo here. That's not happening. So I can show you. What was I going to show you? Oh, bag. So I wanted to have a bag. I know I'm going to do a beaded bag. So that's just a sample of what might happen in terms of beading the bag. And I had something that dealt with keys because I collect old keys. So I was thinking about maybe making something, her holding a key and maybe having keys on her dress. So I don't know. In the beginning, I pulled this out. I had gotten this in California a long time ago on a show, and it's a little baby shirt. Really loved hand dyed, and I was actually going to use that in the beginning as a top for her, but then I decided not to. So that's that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the strips of fabric. Also, to be inspired, when I look at magazines, I take out things, I tear out things that inspires me. So I don't remember what magazine this is from, but this is a Native American artist, and I just love his work. I'll tell you his name. I gotta look up his name. So I was just looking at different things. I was looking at this shawl here that maybe I would make. This is all beaded. I know I'm not going to do that. But it's just inspirations on what I could do with my doll. His name is Jamie Okuma. Yeah, I know, even though it's backwards. Yeah, so I really like his work and just take ideas from all over. Now, one other thing I was thinking about doing is maybe I had started this round textile piece here. It's on felt. I usually sew on felt. So I was thinking about, well, originally, this was going to go on the canvas also. I was going to put it on here and then have it hang on the wall. But I decided, well, maybe that could be like her rug, like where she's about to fall, where she would put her feet. So I don't know. That's another idea. What else? I will show you. Oh, fabrics. Fabrics. Like I collect beads. Really, I'm known as a jewelry artist. And that's really when I started my business. I was making jewelry. But I had gotten burnt out after years and years of doing it and decided to take a break. And actually, my body said, you're going to take a break. It's not like I decided. My body was like, no more, tired from doing all the traveling around, doing shows and stuff like that. So I was burnt out. But then I got into the fabric and doing fiber art. I was taking some classes in DC with some phenomenal artists, Francine Haskins, Gwen Aqui Brooks, phenomenal people. I was going back and forth on the megabus, taking art classes every week. And so I got into doll. There was a doll making class. And so Francine was giving a doll class. And I really liked it and stuck with it. So I started making dolls. And I'll be doing more videos about that, of the dolls that I have done. And so I was going somewhere with that. And I don't remember what I was going to say about the dolls. But anyway, so I started doing, oh, I remember. So with jewelry, I collected beads. I was always buying beads, different components, all that stuff. It was like my drug. It was my crack of choice. On in New York on 37th Street, there was a bead district. So on between 5th and 6th Avenue, there was all these bead stores, and I would go shopping like almost every day. It was ridiculous. So that was like went like in the 90s or something like that. So I still have a lot of stuff, a lot of beads, because even now people say, oh, so that bead district, no more. All those stores closed. But I don't need to buy anything because I need to buy certain components like ear wires or clasps. But beads, I do not need to buy anything. I have so much. So I just really use what I have. Now I'm into sewing. So I have all this fabric, and I know friends who make clothes, and so they have scraps and stuff. So I get their scraps. Um, so it's just so much. It's just so much. And another time I will show a video of my work area and where I keep things, my beads, my fabrics, and all that type of stuff. So that's what I wanted to say about the beads. Oh, so when I started doing fiber art and creating these pieces, that's why I started incorporating uh, beads, buttons into the fiber art because I mean, I might as well use it onto my fiber art. So I do that too. And the dolls, of course, and everything. And with her, I definitely, like I said before, I'm going to be making abundance of necklaces here. I'm going to be making bracelets here. She's definitely going to be adorned to the max. Now, oh, fabric. I knew there was something about fabric I wanted to say. So, about 2 years ago, I went to Thailand, Dubai, and Saudi Arabia. I have family that lives in Saudi Arabia. So I took a month-long trip and had a phenomenal time. Been wanting to go to Thailand all my life, almost all my life, and so I got to go there. And when I went to Dubai, I was in the store. I can't remember the name of it right now, but they had wonderful Indian saris for inexpensive. Here in New York, I live in New York, home New York. Saris can really, cost a lot. But I was able to I got a couple of saris. I'm going to show you some of the fabrics. And I kind of don't want to cut them because they're so beautiful. But I got to use them, so I got to cut them. So I have a conversation with myself before I cut it. So I'm going to show you some of them. I also have a lot of African fabrics too. This is beautiful. This is amazing. And I love orange. So I was thinking about using this on the doll. I don't know where, but I will be using that. Here's another one. Beautiful fabrics. Let me see. Sometimes it's different on the inside too. Like this one. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Here's another orange. Oh, orange is like kind of my favorite colors. Okay, so it's orange, right? Here, fabric. And then when you open it, bam, look at that. There you have that color. Look at that. Ah, amazing. I just love it. So, and bam, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I got a lot of sewing to do to be able to use all this fabric. Here's another one. I think I did use this one on my doll. It's a lightweight. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely amazing. I don't know how many saris I brought. Maybe I brought 5 saris, I think. This is just some of them. Look at that border. The borders are absolutely amazing. And look here, I'll show you the inside. So it's like blue on the outside, purplish inside. So it's so many different uses for these fabrics. I need to get an outfit made for me. Look at this pink. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is an African fabric that a friend gave me. So I was thinking about using this. So yeah, that's some of my supplies that I use. And here is, I use embroidery threads. So I put them on a ring so it's easy to see what I have and don't have. What else? Let me see, I have a box. When I'm working on this project, I have a box where I put my fabric. So it's all in one place so I can just easily pick things out. I wanted to tell you. What else? What did I want to tell you? Let me see. So, working on the bed. Doing jewelry, I can work at my desk. I will show you another video of the desk that I work on. And then when I'm doing small items like these, I can work on my desk. But this is big. This is a big project, and I have lots of supplies I need to use. So when you see my desk, you'll understand like, oh, she don't have room for that. And in terms of doing the this piece here, I don't have the room at my desk to do it. So that's why I use my bed. I have a queen size bed. That's my husband's side of the bed. And to do this video, I had to kick him out. He said, but this is my room too. It's like, yeah, I know, but I need the light. I need to work. So I had to kick him out. And I will be doing a video with him on what's it like to live with an artist, because he has to put up with a couple of things, like me kicking him out of the room. So yeah, that is and like I said, I need room, and so I can spread out. But I really try to do it when he's not here or he's elsewhere in the house, and then I pack it up before because he runs around a lot. So before he gets back, I pack it up. But I gotta sleep here too, so I gotta pack everything up, and I just try to pack it up neatly, put it somewhere in a corner or on the floor or whatever. So when I come back to it, put everything back, the foam core, the dinner tray, and work, and having a schedule to do what I need to do. So I do that sometimes, but I've really been working in here a lot because working on her is a lot, and I really want to get her finished. I don't know when I will have her finished, but I really want to get her finished for an exhibition. Yeah, and I know I'll be adding some other components to it. So that's what I'll be doing. And then other dolls. I want to make other dolls also. Um, I really love it. I do have a book called Sacred Stitches, Fiber Art Dolls for the Soul that you can get on my website, saharlem.com. SA stands for Shimoda Accessories. saharlem.com, and my other books too. When I was taking care of my mom, who had Alzheimer's, he was living here with me, with us. I had her working in here too, because I gave her stuff to work with, got her back into sewing. She used to make hats when I was growing up. So I was really great that I could, give art back to her and have her do. I will be doing a video on that. And I think that is it. Anybody have any questions? I think that is it. What I could show you right now. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will be putting up a lot more videos on what's it like being an artist, get my husband in and on it, maybe talking to other artists, my artist friends, and having fun discussing different things on being an artist and doing a demonstration on what I do, how I do my things, how I do my art. So thank you very much for participating with me and giving me your time. Love you all. Have a great